Hey guys, press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from Pinkvilla.
So I'm all decked out for my birthday. I'm excited, it's my birthday! So I just figured that I will, why not come to Pinkvilla and share my whole birthday look with you guys. I'm gonna be showing you a makeup and hair tutorial. So I've actually done this from scratch myself and I'm very proud of it. So please do watch this video. I think you're gonna have super fun and we actually go from scratch. I promise you that. So keep watching. Hi guys, so I always start off with my hair first because your hair, while you're doing your hair, you tend to sweat, so you don't want your base to move. So I'm going to start with my hair, so follow the lead. This is what I normally do when I'm in a hurry maybe, or I just feel like getting my hair off my face. You don't even need a comb to do this. I'm just going to show you. All I need is a rubber band, a few bobby pins and hairspray. So this is how I do it. I do a low ponytail first. Followed by a little bit of voila, I'm ready. I love my hair like this. Now I'm going to get on to makeup. So I have only applied moisturizer on my face and I use this rose spray. I really like it. It's just pure rose water. I'm just going to use it once more before I apply my makeup. What I normally start with is concealer. So I start with under eye. I never go very close to the eye because I feel like your eyes need a little bit of depth, and if it's too concealed it doesn't look natural, it looks too cakey and it does add age. I think makeup does add age, so you have to do like the least possible. So the thing is, when you use a sponge, what you tend to do is it settles into the pores of your skin, so it tends to look heavier. So just use a sponge around your eyes, and for the rest of the face try and use a brush if possible, because that just spreads and it doesn't settle into your skin. So by the end of it, when you powder your skin and everything, you obviously do your makeup an hour in advance, like before an event. You take time to get there. Okay then. And never ever forget your neck. Moving on to foundation, depending on your skin, you need to use a heavy or a light foundation. I tend to use just this because it works for me. I have, touch wood, I have decent skin, so I don't need too much makeup. Also, you need to keep in mind when you're doing your foundation where you're heading. So if you're doing like a casual night out, this is all you need. I do all my red carpet looks by myself, every single one till date. So I use this Makeup Forever powder. And I use this Benefit Hoola contour. So that's what I'm going to do now. I contour before I powder. So especially in a profile, you'll notice your nose tends to look sharper. It photographs better even on a regular day. Not necessarily. And I contour my cheeks now, for which I use this round brush. For some reason, I don't like angular brushes. I personally think I have a broad forehead, so I always contour my forehead. So I just do the edges. Also because I like a slightly deeper tone to my face. I don't like the concept of just looking fair. Here you go, followed by the jawline. What I always do is just under your chin. It requires a certain amount of contouring. It highlights your jawline a lot more. So I don't do it under here. I always contour this area. I'm going to move on to highlighting. I really like this highlighter. I don't know what it's called. Master Strobing Cream. I think I'm not sure if I'm even pronouncing it right, but this is what I like. Okay. That's me. I love looking like I'm glowing. I want people to walk up to me and ask me, why are you glowing? Are you in love? And then I can tell them, no, it's the makeup. So now I am moving on to the powder. And I obviously shake off the excess. The reason I do this post the highlighter is because I want the underneath of my skin to feel like it's glowing. So when you use it below the highlighter, there is still a certain amount of shine, but it doesn't look unnatural. I have prepped my eyelids with this primer. I personally believe a primer is extremely important because your shadows don't crease, and that's really important. You don't want to be flirting with a boy, looking down, and then he notices the crease over your eyes. And especially because we're doing a birthday video, I think on my birthday I want to look perfect. I always want to look perfect, but that's a separate story. My birthday most importantly. So this is a blush on this is a mineralized blush from MAC. It's one of my most favorite. It's called Dainty. I think I feel very nice when I wear it. So it's got very little color in it, but it's got a really beautiful shine as well. So I just use about this much and I brush it over my cheek. So it looks like you've got nice pink rosy cheeks with that little bit of shine. I think that's super cool. A little bit on the chin. There you go. So my skin is prepped, my skin is ready, more or less. So what I'm starting off with today, I love this Urban Decay Naked palette. Also because I'm wearing a blush pink dress and I want to do soft, natural makeup, but I want that little bit of shine so that it looks glamorous. So these are my colors. I think I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use Trick. I just cover my lid with it. So that's my shadow. See, you can go deeper by creasing, like darkening the crease of your eyes. These are my eyeshadows from Inglot. I use a little bit of the pink. I take a little bit of the orange. What I generally do is run it under my eye. So it gives you great depth and it gives you a really nice soft contour. So as you can see, it's very light. They look like really dark colors, but their pigments are really soft. So I just run that under my eye and it looks like you have a really nice contour going, and you'll notice it even more when I highlight it with a little bit of brown, because that's a liner I wear. I don't like going too stark, so I go with brown. So this is my liner brush and I'm going to use Dip Down from MAC. I love the brown. I absolutely love the brown. When applying your eyeliner, make sure you have a great brush, because I think that makes all the difference. A very ordinary quality of an eyeliner can also look great if you have a lovely brush. That's very, very important. And clean your brushes. So I've used like a really soft brown liner, and in order to counter that, I go back to this palette. I just take a little bit of brown, mix it with a little bit of orange. I just do that and run it under my eye again. That is something I pay close attention to. I have forgotten to bring my hairdryer, therefore I just have to make do without it. But I always heat up my lash curler for about 10 to 15 seconds. Make sure it's not too hot, you will burn your skin. It is metal at the end of the day. So I'm gonna do just this. The thing is, I'm very comfortable with doing this. I can do it even without a mirror. I've gotten very used to it. So please be very careful. Normally you tend to pinch your eyelid. Like the first few times I did it, I did pinch my eyelid. So make sure that you learn how to do it. A lot of people, see, I love mascaras. So I have like many. I've carried only 2 with me today. So this is Urban Decay that I like using, and the MAC Upward Lash, right? This is called the Upward Lash. So these are my 2 go-to mascaras. These are mascaras I use every day normally. So I'm just going to use both actually. I'm going to start with this, and then on the lower lash I'm going to use this one. While you're at it, just make sure if the application of your mascara is seeming difficult, it's because it's dried up. And I'm saying this to you because I think mine has also dried up a little bit, so just be careful about that. If you're doing something like if you're attending a wedding or something, you can always make it a little more dramatic by just using false lashes, but make sure that they are like really thin false lashes. If you tend to use the heavier ones, they will look fake and you will look scary. That's me. And now I'm using the Urban Decay mascara for my lower lash. I like doing my lower lash, not a lot of people don't. To each their own, it's your personal choice, but it's something that I really like. Moving on to my brows now. I use the Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is a medium brown, and that's my color. So you can tell the difference between the two. When you brush your brow, it tends to look neater and it's easier to fill it in. You don't want to overdo it. It shouldn't overpower your face. It should define your eyes. That's all. It just is it's to be used to define your eyes and not your face. So once I've done that, I'm gonna highlight my arch. I tend to do that only after I do my eyebrows, so I know how much to get into it. Colors that I use a lot. So this is what I tend to use. This from MAC. I don't know what it's called, but it's from MAC. So it's got a pink undertone, and that's what I like. So that's what I use on my brows. Just take a little bit of that in an angular brush. It looks very glamorous. Highlighters are very important. Highlighting and contouring, I feel, can change your face. So once you're done with your basics, you will know whether you need more foundation, whether you need more concealer. I always conceal my under eyes a little bit more after I'm done with my eye makeup because you don't want to overdo it, you don't want too much of it. So I just take like a little bit more, just about that much. Gives you a really lovely, dewy, soft look. You'll feel like a fairy, Cinderella type. And like I said, I'm going to use a powdered highlighter. Time to do my lips. This is the confusing part because sometimes because you're wearing lighter, subdued colors, you tend to go a little darker on the lips. I like to keep it soft. I think it looks really nice. You can of course use a color. So this is something I've got from Nykaa. I tend to mix a few colors. I'm not going to go entirely pink or peach. I'm going to do a mix of both. So I'm using this from Nykaa. I have Kinda Sexy from MAC, which I'll use as a base. And then I will be using Pretty Boy. Start with Kinda Sexy, just to give it a neutral base. Now this seems like a really bright color, but it's actually not. It's very soft. So I'm gonna wear this as my second layer. So it's after I wear the second layer normally. I normally always tend to mix my lipsticks. I don't use just one shade. Is when I use, this is Huda Beauty's Gossip Girl. It's one of my favorite colors. So I just use the liner, the lip liner, just around the edges. So this is me. This is how I like to do my look. I think it's soft, it's pretty. It actually, to me, looks very sexy as well. I love the whole concept of glowing, having a little bit of shine, having beautiful full lips, and I think we have to make the best of whatever we have, and that's what I've done. Highlight your most important features. That is the most important thing, and trust me, if you feel beautiful and sexy, you're gonna give out that vibe. You attract the energy you give. So let this just add to your confidence. Let makeup not be your confidence. So I hope we helped you add that little bit of confidence and spark into your lives. So this is a very cool birthday makeup video, and I hope you guys try it very, very soon. Do tell us how you like it. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe to Pinkvilla. I better see you guys there.